Okay, hello everyone. I apologize if this is dark, because I don't know how to turn the light on just yet. Maybe I should turn. Oh, the light bulb went out. So I haven't made a video actually in a while, and I made a few videos actually, but unfortunately they were all destroyed because my computer either my video software just didn't upload, or I had some other problem, or YouTube failed to convert the file, or all kinds of crap. So, um, but but I had a thought I wanted to share and a question I wanted to ask everyone. So, I don't think I uploaded the actual show just yet to Democracy Now, but I'm going to do that when I get home. But Chris Hedges yesterday was really complaining about the role of new media in destroying or altering the landscape for print journalists, or altering the landscape for news, and then consequently altering the landscape for print journalists, or destroying jobs for print journalists. And so I was curious if anyone else was thinking about the role that this technology, new media, Web 2.0, I guess computers, is playing, internet, is playing in our society. And so I was thinking about it because what one thing he said was the internet and computers and blogs are just creating these liberal or intellectual ghettos. That's the word he used. Intellectual ghettos, which which well, I'm assuming if he correctly chose those two words, he means centers of knowledge and understanding, and that are completely fenced in and unable to affect any meaningful change in the real world, to have any political power, to have any power. So, um, I was wondering, do you guys agree with him? I have this channel here, and I've been thinking about this a lot because I think I might. So right now, I'm applying to go back to grad school, and my thesis is involving Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans. But one thing I'm also very interested in is YouTube, since I am on this thing a lot, and I like to see how, maybe on a more sociological level, YouTube influences behavior in the real world. How, what are people getting, changing, learning from about YouTube? Since it allows for people to see anything that they maybe wouldn't normally see on television or in their daily world, and it's real life video all the time. So I'm thinking about things like that. But one thing I've also been thinking about in terms of politics, since I have a political news channel, is that I'm wondering how much change am I actually affecting in the real world by putting this channel up here. That's what I think about that a lot. um, I have 1,000 subscribers. I think at this point I have 1,300 maybe. And if I hadn't my motherfucking channel hadn't gotten deleted, I'd have well over 2,000 at this point, or 3,000. But and my channel doesn't get listed on the main pages for some reason. I mean, the ever more popular this channel got, it still never got listed on the news pages. But who knows? And I looked for it. There's a list, there's a list somewhere on YouTube, and my name isn't even mentioned on it either. So so I don't know. There's something going on there. But I am curious about what political change I'm affecting on YouTube, because I feel like in my daily life I'm not seeing any political change take place. None. So far in my living in this small conservative town, I haven't. I've either met people. I've tried to do my best to talk to people about politics and expanding people's minds, and what I find in general is people are very anti-government, very, very anti-government. They do not believe in government. They just immediately assume the government is evil, and therefore anything the government does is bad, and that's all there is to it, which is really simplistic and doesn't really understand how government works or is supposed to work. And so I don't know. There's a word for that. There must be a word for that. But I saw something with Chomsky had a word for that. But there's a lot of that here. So everyone thinks the government is already bad. So if the government does something bad, they don't really they expect it. so it's really weird. Even my mother, I showed her Michael Moore's Sicko, and they explain how healthcare is free in Europe, or paid through the government. And my mother, this response, which she was literally like, You mean the government tries to do good things for you? And I was like, whoa, oh, that's heavy. Whoa, yeah, that's really fucked up. But and also today on Democracy Now, there was a discussion about black people. There's a lot of talk about black people in Democracy Now today, involving AIDS or the HIV rate. Apparently, in this country, 50% of the black people in this country have HIV, which I don't know if I would necessarily think that's true. So just don't base everything off one study, particularly when it involves black people, because there's a lot of researchers who have an interest in only studying black populations and not really focusing on white populations, because of the long-standing history of just racial medicalization in America. How black people have been used for experiments and test subjects and all kinds of stuff. So, but there's a great book I just read on this. I brought it back to the library. It's called Medical Apartheid. It was aired on Democracy Now. Really, really good book. I highly recommend it. You wanna sit down and have a cry about how fucked up the world is? You should read that book. Or how fucked up America is? America, yeah. You should read that book. Okay, so anyway, I wanted your thoughts on real media. Do you think new media has the ability to affect change? Do you think new media is affecting change? How can new media be used to affect change? That kind of thing. I also heard in a Derek Jensen book that Native American societies, when new technology is created, they give, a tribe has to convene to determine whether they want to keep it or reject it. Which means in Native American society, new media may never come around because they may decide it's not good for the society as a whole. So I don't know. So I don't believe technology is automatically good or bad. Television, really can work people good. I think television can really, I think the whole generation of people in America from the 50s, women especially, are totally warped by this whole Leave It to Beaver and and all those I Love Lucy and all those shows. So, but what role do you think that the media that we're having now, the computer, internet, is playing on tabs tabs for my Mozilla Firefox, my Firefox browser? Tabs. I have like 30 fucking tabs right now. Okay, that's all the work I have to do. What do you think that new media plays in our society? And things like YouTube, in terms of how could they be more successful? Okay, I have to go to work. I should also mention this so I don't look like I'm wearing a blouse. But this is it's my outfit. It's my slave costume. I'm dressed as a 20th, 30th century. Well, not really a slave. I'm dressed as a 30th century person. And slaves got the hand-me-downs all the other people wore. So I think this is kind of brand new. So, no, this is a hand-me-down shirt. So there you go. I'm wearing a slave costume. There you go. Once I put on my sunglasses, and I was wearing them on like right here, hanging them right here. It's a perfect spot to hang them, right? And somebody made a joke about, did the slaves have sunglasses too in those days or something like that? And I said, all the slaves in California did. I put them on. No, not really. Okay, I'm going to work. I'm going to take my computer to work. I'm not supposed to. And I'll see. I maybe we'll make another video.